All right, good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday, September 9th, with the update on Hurricane Florence. Actually, this is a fairly healthy pattern here. Here is the wide-range satellite of the Atlantic, and you can see the three different systems here. Florence is now a hurricane in the central Atlantic and then moving off to the northwest. The two other systems behind it are Isaac, right here behind Florence, and Helene off the African coast. Those two are not the topic of this discussion. We'll be focusing highly on Hurricane Florence here for this afternoon update. Obviously, we can see it's got a more central dense overcast, a more compact system. It's now in a weaker shear environment. Therefore, intensification is underway, and it looks like it's going to do some rapid intensification overnight, probably going to it's a Cat 1 hurricane now, maybe a 3 come tomorrow morning as it rapidly deepens here. Today's update really is just a reflection of what's going on in the model world, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. I got my cursors working, so let's get this going. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so this is the European operational model showing that the very strong hurricane coming into the southwest Atlantic into the picture here on Wednesday morning. This is Wednesday morning, September 12th, a very strong hurricane off the southeast coast, 952 millibars. Again, that's supportive of a Cat 4 hurricane traditionally. And as we step through, we can see the European model totally keeps a nice beeline right just north of Wilmington, North Carolina, and makes landfall on a Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Probably later, probably at nightfall, these things tend to slow down as they approach the coast, and there is some risk of it slowing down. But again, notice the slowing down of the forward speed of the model, still going on the model here. That slowing down, that stalling introduces that flood risk, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But for overall, this is the trend with the European model going inland this way. Let me load up the comparison chart. Let's see, North America, model compare. Yeah. All right, so here's the difference here. If we notice, this is a bunch of squiggly lines to you, but as we step through time, you'll see the model pick both models. This is the GFS and the Euro, showing the differences. And the red is the European model, the blue is the GFS model, the green is a NAM model, or a more high-resolution model, which I really don't use for tropics. But focus on the blue and the red. Notice we have divergence here next Thursday, with the red being the Euro op going right into North Carolina, the blue still wagging to the north. And the reason why it's going wagging to the north is this is a stronger hurricane depicted on the model than what the Euro shows. A weaker system will stay south, a stronger system will tend to pull north. That's just the physics of meteorology and the ridge to the north. Again, so we still have a lot of divergence here, but the truth of the matter here is whether it's here off of Hatteras or here off of Wilmington, there's going to be a hurricane, probably and likely off the North Carolina making landfall this Thursday into Thursday night. The reason why the European model is so much different is this is the current intensification. This is where it is now. This is what the model forecast has. So it's much weaker. This is the NHC forecast for strength up to the black line at the top. But these dashed lines here are the individual model runs, showing a much weaker system. So weaker is wester, and therefore a stronger storm. Let's see what the GFS shows in terms of the, see a much stronger system here on the GFS. These are GFS runs. These will show that they're obviously going towards that Cat 4 range by 72 hours, which favors the, again, the northerly track here. So again, we still have some disagreement on the modeling here. So here's what I think we should do here. Let me get some paint brushes out. So anywhere from, let's say, Virginia Beach all the way through the Outer Banks of North Carolina, all the way down to central South Carolina near Myrtle Beach, you folks need to be in the preparation mode, as in stocking up water, batteries, edibles, stuff that's going to be lasting about a week's worth without power. That seems aggressive on my part, but that's what I'm seeing when we're dealing with major hurricane landfall. The folks in red here, I would say from Hatteras all the way down to the northern tip of north and south of Wilmington, North Carolina, You folks need to be in evacuation preparedness mode. In other words, get your supplies, but be prepared to head west toward Columbia, South Carolina, or Charlotte, or Greensboro, or probably Raleigh would be okay, but that's still going to be very much a wind machine up there. So I would say Columbia to Greenville to Charlotte to Greensboro would be my spots headed for evacuation, and you would likely have to leave on Wednesday as this thing approaches on Thursday. So listen to local evacuation orders should they arise, and they may arise starting as early as Tuesday morning along the coast here. But that's what I would be doing if I lived in those areas, and I would tell those folks those exact same instructions. Don't leave, but be ready to leave and have hotel reservations out points west. Columbia, Charlotte, Greensboro. It's a bit of a drive, but you know what? Safe and sound is better than dumb and dangerous any day of the week. Let's see here. The next thing I want to show you is this is the European rainfall, and it's got 17 inches of rain. Hold on, let me outline that. 17 inches of rain right in here, and then an area of 30-inch rains in Southwest Virginia. Again, that assumes the Euro track that goes in here. Obviously, this would be shifted more to the east if the track came up this way, which I am leaning towards this northerly route. I'm leaning towards this northerly route right in here towards Hatteras, between Hatteras and Wilmington, based on the fact that the strength of the storm is going to be so intense. Sorry for my scribble there, but the base of the fact that the storm is going to be so intense, we're going to see that path rather than this path. So again, the slowing of the speed down makes the difference here. That's it for my afternoon update. I will talk to you hopefully tonight or maybe tomorrow.